welcome back to my channel. Starting off with a little trigger warning. I do start talking about sexual assault and rape later in the video, so just a little trigger warning. If you're not feeling up to listening to that today, that's fine, just turn off and come back to this video later. On with the video. Hey pals, I had a video all planned out to film today, but then I've come to sit down and get ready to film it and I just didn't fancy it. So I thought I would, rather than like force it and not do a very good job, I'll just put that one off and I'll just film like getting ready. People do that, don't they? Get ready with me. My getting ready routine is pretty minimal, so probably won't be very long. So I'll just get ready and have a chat. So the reason I just really wasn't in the mood to film the video I had planned, oh, I've got something in my eye, was I am totally in the midst of a quarter-life crisis at the moment. Oh, that's way too much moisturiser. If you haven't heard of a quarter-life crisis, this is when people in their 20s are like leaving uni or leaving apprenticeships or like trying to get jobs and stuff, and there is a lot of pressure from like the media, from society, from your parents, from your friends to like get the dream job, get the career, get a house, get a car, get a cat, find a partner, settle down, have kids, all this. You feel like life is kind of getting away from you and way too quickly, so you're like, shit, slow down, wait for me, I'm not there yet. So that is what I'm going through right now. My hands are slippery from moisturiser now. So the reason is, oh, I can't talk and do eyeliner at the same time. I am gonna be unemployed in 3 months. My contract from work ends, which is fair enough. You know what? I'm gonna zoom in so you can see what I'm doing. So there's a lot of pressure to like, now you've got to decide what your career is and find a job and all this stuff, which isn't that bad. People have done that. But the issue is I don't know what I want to do for a job in life. I don't know what my priorities are, and I'm very methodical like when I'm thinking, so I'm normally like outcome, steps to reach the outcome, that is fine, that's like how I've got through, but at the moment I don't know what the outcome is that I'm aiming for, so I can't plan the steps, so it's very frustrating. I'm just like, basically this eyeliner is easier to use but it's not very dark or waterproof. This eyeliner is hard to use but has good gunk, so I kind of do a bit of both. So yeah, I don't know what I want, and it's not for lack of options. I'm very privileged that I've got all of the options in the world. It's that I don't know which one is the right decision right now, because when it boils down to it, I am absolutely terrified. Let's see now. I am absolutely terrified of forever, oh, poetic, of like not making the most of my time. So you know those quotes that are like, live each day like it's your last, seize the moment, live in the moment. They scare me because I'm like, am I though? Am I living in the moment enough? Am I making the most of my time, my very short time on this earth? Am I making the most of it? So they freak me out a bit. Yeah, that's why, I don't know, I feel like time is very precious, which it is, absolutely. So I want to make the most of my time, I don't want to make the wrong decision. So like at the moment I'm like, I really want to go travelling, I want to like see the world and get loads of experience and find myself. But at the same time, like I want a house and I want to settle down and I want babies and all this. And I want them all at the same time and I can't decide which one I want first. But then I know, obviously, it would be way easier to travel now rather than after house and babies and car, because then commitments and money and everything. So I should definitely do the travelling first before all that stuff. But then, like, am I leaving it too late? I know I'm absolutely not leaving it too late. I'm only 23, so, you know, hardly dying over here. I just don't know. It's very tricky and makes you doubt absolutely everything. Just putting concealer on all the stress spots that I have. I'm a totally professional beauty YouTuber. Toots profesh. I'm just gonna, right, this is really weird. I brush my eyebrows out, but I don't have a spoolie. So I use like this full-on comb. This is how I do my eyebrows. Oh no, my secret's revealed. So yeah, don't know what I want. Don't know what the best choices are. Feel a lot of time pressure and like just pressure in general. And it's not doing me any favours, but I'm getting ready today because I'm gonna see some friends later. We're going to the cinema and we're gonna like go for food. So it is sometimes very difficult to live in the moment with stuff like that because there's that time pressure. It's like, oh, I don't want to spend time with my friends because I need to be looking for a job right now. I need to be working on my CV. I need to be like doing courses and stuff. I need to be making myself more employable. But it's very easy to get like wrapped up in that mentality. Like I need to be making the most of my time and everything rather than like wasting time. But spending time with friends is absolutely not wasting time. It is very needed time and it can help you be more present in the moment. So, you know, if you apply for a job today or you apply for the job tomorrow, like that doesn't really make a difference unless you're going to miss the deadline, in which case you should have been a bit more organised. There is time. That's what I need to tell myself. I've got plenty of time. I've got time to chill, I've got time to hang out with friends and relax and forget about it for a bit and just go watch a film. I think we're gonna go see Peter Rabbit, so be nice and chill. So that is my advice for anyone going through the same thing as me right now, is to chill. Not the word you want to hear right now. Spend time with friends, spend time with yourself. Don't be thinking about like applying for jobs and sorting your life out every second of every day because that's not helpful. Yes, like allocate yourself some time to apply for jobs, sort your CV out, things like that. Go see your careers advisors, get all of the advice that you can possibly get so that you're making an informed decision. And at the end of the day, when you do decide, ooh, just throwing my lipstick around, when you do decide, know that that's the right decision for you at the time. That is one thing I'm good at, is that once I've decided, I'm like, well, this is my decision, crack on. I'm not a very like, what if person. It's just the act of deciding in the first place. And it's not just me, like if it was just me and it's all just about me and I'm just deciding for me, that wouldn't be so bad. But I've got to think about Adam, I've got to think about the bunny, I've got to think about like, I don't know, the economic world. Am I going to be able to afford a house later? Money, I need to save money for a house, but then I also need money to travel, so things like that. Yeah, if it was just me deciding on something for me, that would be easy, but there's so many other factors to consider. That's what makes it tricky. But once you have made that decision, you've made it, stick to it. That was the right decision for you at the time. I'm gonna put my lipstick on. April is Sexual Assault Awareness Month. You would have seen if you were on my Instagram. That looks really funny when I've already done half my lip. So to acknowledge Sexual Assault Awareness Month and to stand in solidarity with victims of sexual assault and sexual violence, I'm wearing red lipstick every day this month, and quite a few other people are. That's the campaign. Just to show that I'm going to do the other half of my lip because this is going to be really distracting for you watching. So the red lipstick is because no matter what you're wearing, no matter, you know, if you're dolled up for a night out, no matter if you've got like a really short skirt on, it is never the victim's fault of a sexual assault. it's always the perpetrator, not the victim's fault, regardless of what they were wearing. They were never asking for it. That's kind of an excuse that you see thrown around in sexual assault cases, like, oh, she was asking for it because she was wearing a short skirt or wearing bright lipstick. Never asking for it. So this campaign is to just raise awareness that this stuff is still happening. You think, oh, sexism's finished now, like women are equal. It still happens daily, like every single day, on public transport, when you're walking down the street, in your workplace, not in my workplace, but other people's workplaces. There is sexual violence and sexual assault and just everyday sexism. It still happens. We just need to be aware of it so that we can stand in solidarity with the victims and so that we can call it out when we see it happening. So if you're ever, I don't know, for example, on public transport and you see someone is like making someone feel uncomfortable and approaching them in kind of in a sexual predatory way, stand in, like step up and call it out. Sometimes just making the perpetrator aware that you're watching and you can see what they're doing might act as a deterrent for them. Or if you call it out, that might enable other people in the train carriage or wherever you are to also call it out, because if one person goes first, then everyone else feels more able to join in. Making sure you're calling it out in a way that you feel safe. Don't put yourself in danger on it, obviously, but just asking the victim of this kind of sexual predatory behaviour, are you okay? Is there anything I can do for you? Would you like to come and sit over here by me rather than wherever you're sitting, or something like that? It's not stepping in and taking the power away from the person, it's kind of giving them that platform to boost themselves up, because when they're a victim of this sexual assault or sexual violence or kind of sexual threats or anything, they'll feel so small and so victimised and kind of powerless, and that is what the predator wants. Sexual violence is not about sex at all. Rape is not about sex, it's about power. Completely and utterly about power. The perpetrator wants power over the victim. So by you stepping in, asking the person, are you okay? Is there anything I can do? Kind of will give them a platform, let them know that they've got a support network around them, even if it's a network of strangers. Even so, they've got someone around them that is watching, that has kind of got their back. So they might feel more able to speak up for themselves, or, you know, say no, walk away, whatever it takes. That's just in a very specific situation, like that example I gave. Obviously, it's totally different depending on different situations. And this campaign is also about not teaching victims not to get raped, it's about teaching perpetrators to not rape. So you see a lot of advice around like, girls, make sure you travel home together, girls, make sure you're not too drunk after a night out, otherwise you'll get raped. And it is not about that at all. It is not on you. Although you can keep yourself safe and protect yourself to an extent, you know, there's some things that are just, you know, not common sense. You don't need to change your behaviour to prevent a sexual attack on you. The perpetrator needs to change their behaviour. So it's about changing the dialogue and changing the education that is around. If you want to find out more about this campaign, look up redmylips.org, and they've got an Instagram where they're posting loads of stuff and information and people's stories. So go and check that out if you're interested, and it's not too late to start wearing red lipstick. This campaign is for anyone of any gender, of any age. Tweet a picture of you wearing red lipstick, or like send it to the Red My Lips Instagram and just show a bit of solidarity. Look how low down this lipstick is. It's like a little stub. And it's still got, because it's a MAC lipstick, it's not cruelty free. So I did a video a while ago where I was going through my makeup and finding out which bits were cruelty free and which bits weren't, so that's why it's got the tape around it, so that when it runs out I'm going to throw this away and not buy any more MAC products, but I didn't want to waste it, so I'm still using it until it runs out. Maybe getting involved with campaigns like this could help you out of a quarter-life crisis, like, because even though I'm going through a tough time and oh, my voice is also going, I'm like hitting puberty right now. Even though I'm going through a tough time, I'm still like sticking to my values, sticking to my morals, speaking up for things that are important to me and participating in national campaigns that are important to me. So doing little things like that, I don't know, they might help you. They help me a little bit. I am, ooh, got an itchy head. I'm gonna do my hair. Do you want to see me do my hair? I'm just gonna curl it. There you go, different perspective. I'm going old school by balancing my camera on things. rather than using a tripod because I am lazy. To be fair, I can see better in the camera viewfinder than I can in my mirror because it's so dirty. What even is this? I slept with wet hair, so I don't even know what's happening right now. Oh, there's a bunny tickling my back. So literally what I do is take chunks and curl it away from my face. I could do the like half and half thing, but CBA with that. Let me know if you are going through a similarly tough time. If you are also going through a quarter life crisis. It is a real thing. Everyone's like, oh, it's just millennials being snowflakes and not being resilient. Well, guess what? It's bloody hard to be resilient when you got this much pressure on you. So hang in there. I got your back. You're not alone. Make time for yourself and make time to see your friends and your family and to chill. I'm very aware that I'm in a very privileged position, that I have all these options and so much choice, and that I'm not overly worried about money because I have savings. Very aware of my privilege there, so apologies if you feel like this wasn't relatable to you if you're not in a similar position. A little bit of hairspray. There we go. Ooh. Messy curls. Thank you so much for watching this very random video. I hope this was useful in some way, or you feel like maybe you're not as alone anymore. Thank you as always for watching my videos and supporting my channel and subscribing. If you don't already subscribe, please do, it makes my day. And I'll see you in next week's video. Bye!